Representative Joe Crowley is truly a friend of democracy in Burma. He co-sponsored the legislation to award Aung San Suu Kyi the Congressional Gold Medal, and earlier this year he traveled to Burma and met with families of political prisoners. It's my honor to present Representative Joe Crowley.
President Gresham, Undersecretary Otero, Madam Secretary Albright, Senator McCain, thank you for your wonderful remarks again. We expect Leader Pelosi to be here as well at some point. This is the second day in a row I've had the opportunity to be in the presence of Aung San Suu Kyi. I hope this never becomes routine. I will see her again on Saturday, so we'll have a day off. The work that the National Endowment for Democracy does throughout the world reflects America's greatest values and embodies our most deeply held beliefs. There are few institutions in this city that gain such strong bipartisan support, and that's for good reason. Congressional investments in NED represent investments in universal values. Tyrants thrive on indifference, and NED helps to ensure that we listen to our better angels in the face of repression and reminds us again and again about the right side of history and being on it. I'd also like to acknowledge the hard work of hardworking NED Burma program staff, Brian, John, Ong, and everyone else. These people put ideas into action on a daily basis. And it is a privilege to be here with you today. Kun Tun U, Dr. Cynthia Mang, Jo Thu, and Ong Din. Ong Din in particular is a very longtime friend of our office. And I particularly want to point out Jeremy Woodrum, who is my legislative director. I get all the praise, but he does all the work. I like to say Jeremy took the Burma campaign from a garage band and brought it to a world arena tour. It's the best way to explain it. Daw Suu Kyi, I'll explain to you later on. So, I deeply regret that Min Ko Nine could not be here as well. I understand that he was supposed to come, but took a principled stand for remaining in Burma. I hope that that problem can urgently and quickly be addressed. For well over 2 decades, today's honorees have dedicated their efforts, their lives, and their passions to the cause of human rights, freedom, and democracy in Burma. They have toiled and they have struggled. They have faced imprisonment. They have lived through sickness, and they have lost friends and families in this fight. Some have survived brutal mistreatments and torture, and others long periods of incarceration as political prisoners. They have each faced decisions which most of us will never have to contemplate, nor would we want to. How to respond to being tortured? Should they answer the door when someone knocks at midnight? How can they go on when others have been killed or tortured or mistreated? Should they compromise on certain issues when not only they will pay the price, but others will pay a price? Even the little things they dealt with, how to know when to laugh or to smile, when the torment of many of their friends and colleagues had not yet ended. And they have each paid perhaps the heaviest price of all, watching their families face challenges or even suffering as a result of their beliefs. No one embodies that maybe more than Daw Suu Kyi herself. Yet they have never, ever given up. I know it has never been easy, the countless secret meetings, the endless worry and pressure, the constant nag of financial strain, not to mention the legitimate internal debates and disagreements that are a part of all proper democratic movements. I know that this honor today can never make up for all that you have already been through and all that you are still going through. But I do want you to know that you are all heroes. It's been said that a hero is someone who is admired for courage and noble qualities. I believe that a better definition of a hero is simply to look at those at NED is honoring today. They each are heroes, and I am so glad that they are being recognized here today. It's a privilege to share this stage and podium with them. And I'll just say to you one last point. When I got out of the car in Burma, in Rangoon, in anticipation of meeting Aung San Suu Kyi, I was very nervous. I'm 6'4" 3/4 tall, exactly. And as I saw this petite woman, and immediately became the feeling of overwhelming of welcome. And that was replicated when I met with the prisoners' families as well. I felt as though I knew them my entire life. And that is also, I think, a quality of the people of Burma that oftentimes maybe is overlooked, even under the stress and duress that they're under. And from that, I am very appreciative. I also see that Mrs. Lantos has joined us once again. And I would say that this ceremony would not be taking place today but for the efforts of Tom Lantos. And until Leader Pelosi gets here, it would not let it go unsaid or no mention the name of Tom Lantos. He lives forever. Thank you all very, very much.